3, 2, 1.
Yeah, bro. How are you feeling as a Chelsea fan? How are you feeling, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it's tough because long term the future does look bright, but short term it's gonna be a long season. At least we managed to get our win. It's only Bournemouth, but we played some good football for the first 25, 30 minutes. But the transfer window is the be all and end all for the rest of the season. We have to get that right, or we won't be getting anywhere near top 4, unfortunately. So there's a lot of mixed reporting right now. You know, 1 minute Enzo Fernandez release clause looks like we're gonna go and smash it up. Next minute, FFP concerns. So I don't really know what's going on. It's very.
But that's what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do, yeah, is you are trying to pay more than the release clause, but break it up over a longer amount of years, so you can pay less up front in it. Yeah. So you man, that's what you're trying to do.
They don't want that deal. Benfica,
of course they don't. They want the money up front. Of course, show me the money.
I mean, they literally only just signed him 6 months ago for 10 million euros. So they're not gonna. They said they're not budging on no installments or no, payment plan. They want everything up front in one lump sum, or he's not moving in January. And I do believe them on that, because why would you sell your asset 6 months after bringing him in when you know there could be a potential bidding war in the summer? So
yeah. But that's it. So the Enzo thing. I think you lot are trying to get in there early by obviously offering them more money than the release clause, but it's not about the sum of money. Do you know what I mean? It's more about how much they can get up front, because when they get the money up front, they can reinvest that, bro. If they get 100 M's up front, they can reinvest that and buy 5 or 6 players, which is probably what they would plan to do anyway. Do you know what I mean? If you're playing them in installments, that doesn't help them in the short term. Do you know what I mean? So they don't really care.
No, it's true. It's true. And for me, Enzo coming into this Chelsea team now obviously would be brilliant, because I think he has everything that we lack. He can pass, he can dictate tempo, he's got the energy as well to do defensive chores. But
I don't think he's worth that money personally.
I don't think he's worth that money either. I think it is too much. But I'm surprised to see that we're not maybe looking at an Amrabat or something. I'm surprised that we're not going for someone a little bit more low key to get us to the end of the season. Because
low key, blood. Do you know who your owner is?
Yeah, but we have gone for a lot of players that are, Andre Santos and Fofana from, we have gone for some low key. I'm surprised that we're not going for someone that's just not a stopgap, but somebody that, yes, we can use in the coming seasons, but are not breaking the bank, considering that we need 3 positions. I think we need a forward because of Brozia's injury for the rest of the season. I don't trust or really want Aubameyang playing too much. We need a right back because Reece James is out for, we needed a right back anyway because Aspilicueta is not good enough. And then we need a midfielder. So I think if you can get 3 in January and you can get a couple out, I think that's good business. But obviously it depends on the player.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't know. We'll have to see, bruv. We'll have to see what you guys do. But it's a lot of money, bro. And you know what's funny to me as well, yeah? Like you lot put in didn't you put in a bid for that Lavia you or something like that?
We did. Apparently on deadline day we put in a big bid in for him. But
why would you put in a bid for someone, yeah, on deadline day and then not potentially revisit that in January? So it just shows you that he was just throwing money all over the place. Do you know what I mean? And that guy wasn't a genuine target, because you could get him for a lot less than you'd be paying for my man.
Yeah, I think he was a player that we went in for because we brought in Joe Shields, who was at Southampton. I think he's on gardening leave or something, but he was a scout at City. Then he went to Southampton along with a lot of the Man City PL2 team left because they had a great season, but they couldn't all get into the City team, apart from obviously this Rico Lewis guy who yesterday looked brilliant. And obviously, you've got a couple others in there as well. Who is it? Left mid. Forgetting his name. Who's that new Palmer? That's it. But yeah, we brought him in the recruitment team. We were like, yo, who do you think we should get? And he goes, yeah, Lavia. We just signed him at Southampton from Man City. Literally the same summer. We're trying to buy someone.
Foolishness.
Yeah, we just moved that summer.
But also that tells you that Chelsea don't actually have a transfer strategy.
No, we didn't. I think as time's
I don't think you do now. I think you man just read the newspapers and see who everyone else wants. That's what I think you do.
I think as time's going on, we're getting more of a strategy because more and more people are coming with knowledge and are being recruited. Like and they obviously have a history in the window, like Christopher Vell, who from RB Leipzig, he's come in now. So I think we're starting to slowly get there. But at the beginning, no, there was nothing. There was just hit and miss, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it very strange because even when he came in, there should have been a list. Do you know what I mean? To go after a player that's recently signed for a club from another club, and the ink hasn't dried on the contract is absurd, bro. I'll be real. It's very strange. And that tells me there was nothing really on paper when he came in, which should be frightening. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But what's this? We would not like to sell Enzo in January, but we are willing to satisfy the boy in the event of an offer of. That's it. Up front. That's it. That's the whole point of a release clause, bro. If you don't want no conversation, slap down the money, bro. And you can't afford to put that money down up front.
Yeah,
you just had your biggest transfer window in your club's history, I believe.
Well, biggest transfer window in history, period, for any British club, isn't it? So.
Oh right. Okay. Well,
we spent what 270 odd million or whatever it was. I don't think anybody's ever spent more than that in a single window. So yeah, we have to be a little bit more calculated in this window than I think it's being reported, and that's why this Enzo thing I didn't really jump at the gun when I saw Chelsea are going to break the bank release clause. Let me just wait a second, see what these lot are really saying, because
that's crazy.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. So like, I don't think you're getting that Enzo thing over the line. I'll be like, there's no way, because Benfica won't budge. They don't have to budge.
No.
And yeah, you can't afford him. Like, not at that price. That's a summer move by the looks of it. Like, forcing it in January is crazy. I wouldn't be surprised to hear that you have an agreement in principle, maybe for the summer at the end of January. But yeah, I can't see this going through in Jan.
Unfortunately not. Who does that leave us with, though?
I have no idea, bro.
You know, Amrabat.
It leaves you with Zakaria.
Nah.
Yeah, but Dennis the Menace and that.
Nah. Dennis cannot be menacing for the whole season.
No, bro.
I mean, listen, he's a good squad player. I think his performance the day before against Bournemouth was a little bit overrated by the fan base in general, just because they haven't seen any P&P in midfield for a long time.
Yeah, the bar's very low, bro.
The bar's very low. So as soon as he started running around and making slide tackles and stuff, and winning aerial duels, people started losing their shit. But in the truth of the matter, technically, from what I've seen so far, he's not very special. He's pretty average.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you want to be a top team and you want to compete at the top, you know, he can't really be made a permanent transfer. And there's a reason why, you know, he's not really been courted or featuring, you know, maybe for Juventus, there's broken down there. Juventus are in their worst possible patch since we've seen them under Conte and Allegri when they were winning Serie A's, and he's not even in their plan. So
facts.
Yeah, I think we need to up the standards a little bit, but I'm not surprised that people are getting excited because they haven't seen it in a while. Jorginho actually had a better game than him, to be honest. He made more recoveries than anybody on that pitch against Bournemouth.
I think people have made up their mind about George now, bruv. So now he just has to firm it. You know.
Do you know what's funny though? Because when there was a brief little couple of hours where Jorginho was linked with a move to Newcastle yesterday, and then it kind of petered out, and it's not really true. High wages and whatever have you will. And I think he wants to extend here anyway. I don't know. I think there's an offer on the table, but it's not it's not the wage he wants.
Yeah, that's what the news is saying.
When people
Jorginho's agent, we have a renewal proposal and we give priority to Chelsea. Naples represented our home in Italy. And there's a new interest. If there's new interest, we'll be happy. But at the moment, Napoli have not contacted with us. So the priority is to sign something with Chelsea. By the looks of that, but they're open to moving on if nothing comes to fruition there, innit? So I think he'll end up staying.